Here's the thing about television. Like, you want it to entertain you, and that's great. If it can challenge you, that's incredible. If it can make your terrible day slightly better, even more important. But imagine those moments, those rare moments where you feel like you're alone in this universe and suddenly you see something on television and you can identify with it. That's what makes it even more interesting to me, when you can identify to something on television. That's something that's happening with a TV show that's on right now, and our next guest is a big part of it. It's called Girls. Take a look.
Stay until the end of the month. I've already paid rent, and this way you've got like a month to find a new roommate.
Yeah, but you don't have a plan.
I think maybe that's a good thing for me.
Okay.
I will see you.
On purpose?
Don't push.
Allison Williams! How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you make of this show's success so far?
I'm pretty happy about it.
You should be.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm glad that people are responding to it, and it seems to resonate with people. It's really exciting, actually.
Actors are playing roles that aren't them, but obviously over time, there can be a bit of a mix.
Oh, yes.
Is there a lot of crossover now?
Yeah, it's interesting. I would say that there's definitely that area in the Venn diagram that we share. I think we both like to have things in order. I think we like to feel like our friends are all accounted for and present and together. But it definitely happens that you start to sort of share a common soul in a way. And I imagine once you do a show for 5, 10 years, it really starts to become like, where do I end and where does my character begin?
When Girls comes out, it explodes. People start talking about it in a special way. It's not like, oh, there's a funny TV show on there. It's an important TV show, and it resonates with a lot of people. Almost instantaneously, the criticism comes out. Too white, I can't identify with these people. I don't want to talk about that criticism necessarily, but did you guys talk about it as a cast and crew when that was starting to hit out?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I don't read reviews and comments and stuff like that because I got a lot of advice before it came out from other actors saying, do not, whatever you do, and when it's very late at night and you're all alone, do not Google Allison Williams ugly, or like, you know, don't even look at your autofill. You don't want to know what it is, and don't read the comments at the very, very bottom of some obscure article about the show. But everything is going to have some amount of criticism. And Lena spoke about the lack of diversity on the show, and she just said, look, I have a Protestant mom and a Jewish dad, and I was going to write what I knew, and I didn't want to presume to know someone else's experience. And I thought that would be more insulting than writing my own and having it seem a little bit, you know, maybe too specific.
We're almost in a backlash culture now where it almost doesn't matter what one does.
Everything has a little bit of a backlash, yeah. Yeah, because there's so many different kinds of perspectives in the world, which is kind of amazing. But in a way, it means that you're going to inevitably offend somebody if you express a viewpoint of some sort. And our show, for what it is certainly specific, and it definitely has something to say. And it has ruffled some feathers, but we're all very, very proud of it. And we're just glad that it is a good product.
As you embark on this career, you will have to make lots of choices.
Yes.
Right? Good or bad. I want to play this clip here.
Okay.
I think my daughter likes the chance to come see Saturday Night Live in this building once a season and get moderately good seats. And they also have grown up understanding that this is vitally important to me, that vacations are going to get interrupted, that at times I've been gone for 8 weeks, at times I'll disappear for 8 days. When something happens, when that phone call comes, that I'm going to be packing up, that I'll be safe, I'll be back, and they are extremely flexible.
And that's a pretty good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy, and I admire the fact that he made family such a clear priority. And in those rare events where he had to leave, and they were always scary and always just a little bit traumatic, he just made us feel, he said, look, I'm not going to do anything dumb because you guys are here, and I don't want anything to happen to me. I don't want to get hurt when I go to these places. It's my job. I need to tell people what's happening there. And he would, like he said, he was gone for 8 weeks 1 year, and that's part of his job. And so he has made choices to keep family at the forefront, excluding those very, very rare circumstances.
But you were only allowed to watch public television?
Only public television. Until I believe it was 12 years old. I really adore them for doing that.
But did you ever say to your dad, dude, you're on TV?
Yeah.
Your dad's Brian Williams. Your dad,
Yes.
Dad, you're on, not the
American one.
Yeah, not the Canadian one.
Common misconception.
That would be fun. Do you get a lot of that?
They met. They met at the Olympics. It
How
was
bizarre.
very exciting.
For him? For your dad?
Yes, I can't speak for your Brian Williams.
I'm
but
sure he was very
mine
excited.
Was very
Yeah.
excited.
Well, mine belongs to another network, but he's a lovely man.
He's also yours.
He is
so
also
there
ours,
you go.
for sure. But
It's a very interesting thing because news, as important as it is when you're a little kid, there's so much violence in it, so much violent imagery. And when I was coming up, if I had known about stuff that was happening elsewhere in the world, I would have been sort of paralyzed by this panic and desire to help, even though I wouldn't have had much access to help.
It's great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Allison Williams, everybody. So, Girls, season 2 is on HBO Canada. You can start seeing it January the 13th. We'll be right back.